Hey there, so yeah, you've heard me mention before, just growing up on a farm and my dad being an excavation contractor, so I've always been around excavators, trucks, tractors, moving heavy equipment, dirt and rocks from a very young age. This is a John Deere 210, it's a 20-ton plus excavator. I've always had a few of these in my own fleet as an excavation contractor. So I'm going to just show you the inside of this. This is the traditional excavating, dirt moving piece of equipment, and we're going to look at the future then in a few moments. So I'll just do a quick show at all this. So this is how you traditionally sit in and operate a big piece of equipment. You fire it up, diesel powered, unbelievable power to these types of machines. Some of my earliest memories is my dad tracking up through the fields on an old Hymac. It's a brand that's not even around anymore. And I used to sit in behind him on the seat here and fall asleep with the rumble of the tracks as he'd be heading up into the fields. So that's a very early memory for me. So anyway, yeah, that's the inside machine. I'm going to show you the future of how to train people, how to drive these machines, which is very different to how me and anybody of my generation has learned. So over here, you've got Tenstar Simulation, and we've got Alex. And Alex is going to show us what the future of learning how to drive and operate these types of machines safely and efficiently. And it's pretty cool.
How you doing today, Paul?
Hey, doing good.
So my name is Alex. I'm here with Tenstar. And what we're going to do is kind of go over what we have right here with our track excavator. So we do a full top to bottom, showing the parts, daily inspections. We show you how to properly drive the machine using your track pedals down at the bottom, using both pedals at the same time, doing your turns and whatnot. Then we do basic controls. We have different tiers of doing essentially target practice, learning your proper joystick movements. We can do cat and John Deere controls, so it's literally just the push of a button.
Yeah, I believe I'm cat controls. I think I grew up with, yeah.
All right, yeah, so you'll use this for your stick, this for your boom.
Yeah, I think.
Then we go through, we do levels 1, 2, and 3 for that. Level 3 is actually really hard. You have to hit 30 targets, all within 8 seconds of each other. So it's teaching that efficiency, teaching that muscle memory.
Wow.
Then you go through and do grading without a bucket. That'll actually have you go through, and as you keep doing the different levels, you get lower and lower to the ground, and you have to do it all within one quick movement. So You don't have any idle time. Then you have grading with a bucket, so now you're having to curl your bucket at the same time, still super low to the ground, but now levels 2 and 3, you're on a slope. You're going over rough terrain. You're having to position the machine as you're doing the exercise as well.
Okay, and you're going to be tracking,
Exactly.
Everything's happening.
So
not just the
as you're doing all of this, so as I go through this area, it'll actually move the simulator itself with the machine. So you can feel all of the movements, the pull of the machine, the RPMs in the bottom of the seat.
Cool.
Then we have our dig movements. This is pretty self-explanatory, just kind of getting that motion down. Then we have moving rocks, where actually it'll have you go through move rocks. It'll grade you on how far you move the machine. If you even go to level 3, if you move too much, it says you failed.
Wow.
Has different obstacles, containers small, so it's teaching you that efficiency and being able to move the materials properly. Then we get into our work exercises where you load a dump truck, you can expose a well. For now, we're going to get you started on loading a dump truck.
Yeah, cool.
So what I'll do is I'll hit start exercise. I'll lift this arm up for you. We'll get you in here, Paul.
Yeah. All right.
Paul, if you want to go ahead and pull your arm down on your left.
Cool. Yeah.
And so now we're going to dig out this slope right here.
All right,
So,
pressure's on.
Getting you started.
I got a live audience. I should have maybe practiced a little bit first, make sure that
Hey, it's okay. I'm not an operator, so whatever you do here is going to be perfect in my mind.
I know, but I got a lot of pros watching this. They're going to judge me on it. So I can track forward, back, all that type of stuff right here.
Yes. So what you'll do is you're going to track to just about the edge right here using your pedals.
It's so surreal because the fact that you're here, this seems so real. The fact that he's standing here is actually weird. I feel like I'm going to track across you.
Right. If you think about it, getting somebody on a machine, typically, they have to stand right there. There's no room in the cab. Now I can get you on here, teach you how to use an excavator, and stand right next to you.
Yeah,
No
this
problem.
feels like you're like in. Yeah, the cabs just seem so real. Like it's actually weird. I
So
feel like I
like
could fall out.
when you lean into it,
Yeah.
it'll do full face tracking if you lean to your left and right.
So can I go and dig right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, go ahead and dig your first bucket.
You're able to see it clear enough there, Ryan? So I'm going to dig my first bucket, and I can feel kind of tension coming on the machine, and I can, wow.
So go ahead and swing to your left right here, and while you're at it,
Whoa.
go a little back over to the right. About right there is good.
Yeah.
And push your arm all the way out. So back to your right just a smidge, and then pull your boom all the way up.
When am I trying to do that?
So if you hold your boom right there, right now you can't place your truck. If we use our circle right here on the touchpad, we can actually push the truck out just a little bit.
Oh, so there's a truck there.
So not yet. Oh. If we push the button on the back of this joystick right here, if you move your finger up just a smidge, right here.
Down there. Press that.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Now you have your truck.
Holy smokes.
And let's say you're having issues with depth perception. I can actually give you this line, and it'll show you exactly where the dirt is going to fall as you curl your bucket out. So if you tilt your right stick to the right.
Wow. So, but I can just go ahead and just load it in, yeah?
Yeah, whoa. Exactly.
And then what happens is sometimes the truck drivers falls asleep, so you just give him a little knock just to wake him up, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So
go ahead and dig your next bucket. And what I can do is if I hit the satellite button right here, I can actually add a GPS system. So now you can see the exact line of your grade.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And you can track that as you're digging so you can know where to stop whenever you're maneuvering your bucket.
This really is so, like, you know, compared to where, you know, I started off and how I learned all of this, pretty much on a HiMac back in Leitrim, JCB. So if I give this a gentle nudge, will it spread it on the truck, or is it not? It'll allow me a little bit.
Yeah, if you use like the very tip of your bucket, it'll kind of push it out.
Yeah.
And then as you're going through it, I can actually pull up metrics to show the distribution of the dirt within the hauler platform, how many digs you've done, how many tons of dirt is in the hauler, all of this right here. And then we actually break that down into 3 different categories of scores.
Wow. And are there excavators out there now that would have all this sort of data on a screen, just like what we're seeing here in virtual?
For the most part, not everything that we see right here, but the idea is you want to learn this and get a good idea of it, because for the most part, a lot of trucks are going to be able to hold, this one can hold about 18, so most in real life trucks are going to hold about 20 to 25 tons of dirt. Cool. And so getting that efficiency.
Yeah, totally. Because if you're under pressure on a job and there's a bunch of trucks lined up, like you want a driver that, you know, if it holds 18 bucket loads, then you got to have him 18 every time, full go, because, you know, every truck that's lined up is costing somebody money, costing me money. So you got to keep them moving. And you don't want to, well, these types of trucks, they're a site vehicle, so it's okay. But sometimes if it's a road truck, you know, they're worried about being overweight if you throw in too much. And of course, me as the contractor, I don't want him to be underloaded either, because I'm paying him each time to be on the road. So the operator actually has a lot of responsibility to get it right, especially if you're loading out hundreds of loads in a day, you know.
And the idea with this exercise is the truck can hold 18 tons. Your bucket's going to get about 2 tons per dig. So you want to load the truck within 9 digs, get 18 tons, and you want to have the entire slope dug out within 5 trucks, so about 45 digs. Okay. The entire exercise, on average, should take you about 15 to 20 minutes.
So what I'm seeing over here, or is that it there too?
Correct.
Can I set something to stop me going below that?
Not right now.
Okay. So Alex, this is just mind-blowing to me. My brain is having a tough time even just wrapping that you're there beside me in a cab. It is so, it feels...
It's insane,
It feels so real, and, you know, the visuals... the machine I'm driving right here, would it be something similar to what's behind Ryan, like a 20-ton or a 30?
Exactly.
Yeah, so
exactly. It's designed to not be anything crazy huge, more like a medium-sized excavator, nothing
yeah,
super.
so I've always had a couple of, at least two 20-ton trucks, very similar
Right.
to this. I can just see from a safety perspective. There was times in the old days where guys like us just got thrown into the deep end. More often than not, it worked out okay, but if an accident happened or a damage to the machine, it could cost a huge amount of money. So I could just see tremendous benefits of this. Not to mention that most younger guys and girls that might be, just coming through school are so used to video games and they're so
Right.
used to this environment.
Exactly.
I think that as they get into their teens and 20s and beyond, or even somebody that's not even from the industry,
Right.
what a great way to get them comfortable with the environment and the surroundings and what needs to happen. So, no, I commend you guys. You've created something phenomenal here, because I've been doing this for almost 40 years, and this is so real looking and feels real. Like, it feels like I'm in an excavator. Like, it's
sitting in the same seat, using the same armrest, joysticks.
Yeah. Where's the cigarette lighter? Where do I plug in the?
Yeah. No, we have guys that'll come up. They'll be like, "Hey, where can I put my cup? Where can I
Yeah,
put my
where
drink?
put my coffee cup or.
Where's
yeah.
the AC? Get the wind blowing on me."
Well, Alex, this has been a real pleasure, and thanks very much for your time.
Yes,
and,
sir. Thank you. Thank you
so
for coming to try it out.
Tenstar Simulation. Yeah, I'll be checking it out some more just to see the benefits, because the common goal that we all have here at Dirt World is how can we bring more younger people into the industry, and a lot of the old methods just won't work for the needs that we currently have. So people like Alex and the folks at Tenstar are certainly going to help out there a lot. So cool, man.
That's
I
what
love
we're here
it.
for.
This is pretty awesome.